Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this is an article that I saw pretty much just now this morning. It was written today and it's by The Express. I do like their short punchy articles. So here it goes. Prince Harry is miserable and out of his depth in LA, a royal author claims. So what they're basically talking about is the way in which Prince Harry is not coping well in LA, and he's struggling with the pressure to disrespect his family, break away from everything he knows, and forge this new life with Meghan Markle to hold his hand of all people. That's the truth. He's relying on her heavily in order to get to grips with what he should be doing in the USA, how he can repackage himself and create a new persona. He's not doing very well, is he? And he's constantly under fire. And what they are saying about him is that he is miserable. Now, I could see the body language in that times 100 video, that message about politics. It was just so awkward and he looked so upset, borderline depressed. He looked pale in complexion. He looked like he was working extremely hard. He just looked stressed out and fed up and tired. And she looked extremely underweight. Well, that was what I saw. I mean, all I could see was her thinner legs. You know, she has very thin legs on the bottom. So she looked extremely underweight. Her jaw looked much more pronounced. So she's definitely lost a hell of a lot of weight, because we know that they follow this very regimented vegan style type vegetarian diet. So they're probably just only living on green shakes and smoothies out there. Very Hollywood, very LA, even though I've never been, but I imagine that's what they do out there, because you have to look good 24/7. And he just didn't look like he was coping very well. The bench looked awkwardly small. They looked awkward on it. He looked uncomfortable. So I'm going to get into the article. Prince Harry is currently miserable and out of his depth, according to an article from a leading royal author. In January, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex shocked the world by announcing they plan to step down as senior royal family members. The couple are currently living in LA, where they recently bought a £11.2 million home north of LA, Los Angeles. However, Hugo Vickers, author of numerous biographies, argues Harry has become a lost boy. Writing in the Sunday Telegraph, he said, "It is tragic to see a man who once smiled so broadly looking as miserable and out of his depth as Prince Harry now does. In a few short months, Harry has gone from being a prince with the chance to use his position to achieve much for Britain, the Commonwealth and the military, to a boy lost." Harry and Meghan triggered controversy earlier this month by commenting on the upcoming US presidential election. The couple made their remarks whilst appearing virtually on a program to celebrate the publication of Times Magazine 100 Most Influential People 2020. Meghan remarked, "We're just 6 weeks out from Election Day and today is National Voter Registration Day. Every 4 years we're told this is the most important election of our time, but this one is." Harry added, "As we approach this November, it's vital that we reject hate speech, misinformation and online negativity. By convention, members of the British royal family don't intervene in electoral politics." Buckingham Palace distanced itself from the comments, pointing out the couple are no longer working royals. However, the intervention provoked an angry reaction from Donald Trump, who was asked about the remarks during a White House press conference. Referring to Meghan, the president replied, "I'm not a fan of hers, and I would say this, and she probably has heard that. But I wish a lot of luck to Harry because he's going to need it." Earlier this month, Netflix announced a deal with Harry and Meghan to produce films, documentaries, and children's shows. Shortly afterwards, the couple repaid the British taxpayers' money spent refurbishing Frogmore Cottage, their former home near Windsor. Mr. Vickers argued Harry had a more accomplished role before stepping down as a senior royal. He wrote, "Members of the royal family are at their best when they support the Queen rather than setting themselves up in a competition. It seems to have been a competition between them and the firm. Every time William and Kate do something that's extremely positive and garners a lot of attention over here in the UK, there seems to be this backlash and this desperation on Meghan and Harry's part to shine more. And William and Kate have been doing a lot of things, and I haven't actually covered some of the stuff that they've been doing, and I will get to that. I definitely will, because it's been nice to see them out interacting with the public and acting in a royal capacity, a refined, classy, dignified way. Meghan and Harry always make the headlines over here, but it's always for extremely negative stuff. We know that the royal family are down by £35 million this year, and that's no thanks to Meghan and Harry, with reports releasing that their Africa tour cost a whopping £250,000, £250,000, which is the same amount as a house, a whole entire house. It's just mind-boggling as to why they seem to be competing with the firm, but they are competing with the firm. They have run down the firm, and every action that they take runs it down even further. I'm going to continue here. I wonder now if freedom has been a greater burden than Harry anticipated it might be. He has fallen from Captain General of the Royal Marines to first husband to his ambitious wife. Harry and Meghan married in May 2018, and look at that, it's not even been 2 years. It's hard to believe that it was only in May 2018 that they got married, and not even a year, 2 years down the line, they've broken away from royal tradition. There's been a new baby. They've disrespected the Queen. They've caused all this upheaval to the point whereby the British public are actually demanding for a republic. They're demanding for the whole firm to be stripped away. People just aren't interested. They do not want to support them. It carries on to say, a year later, their son, Archie Mountbatten Harrison, was born. Announcing their decision to step back from royal duties in January, the Duke and Duchess asked for more privacy and suggested they had been treated unfairly by sections of the press. And that's what it's really been for this couple. It's been a moaning, whining fest all the way along. They have definitely gone through this process, kicking and screaming and whining and moaning, and nothing seems to have ever been enough for them. I just don't know where this freak train is going to end, hence I run the channel and keep you guys posted. I think it's extremely sad that Harry looks so miserable. He looks so glum. He's a shadow of his former self. He definitely isn't the happy-go-lucky prince. I'll be back with another video, guys, and I'll keep you posted. Bye, guys.